What'd you say? All right. Let me get the stream posted.
You hear me?
What'd you say?
I said, what we doing?
I'm gonna do the Heisman, and then y'all are gonna do Players of the Week. You're gonna do offense. He's gonna do defense.
Okay.
We're gonna do national, then both the conferences. There's the stream, and posted.
Damn,
All right,
man.
here we are back for a Week 6 predictions video. Gonna have three of us in here for this one. It's gonna be myself, Mississippi State. G's, he's got Virginia Tech coming off his big win. Say something to the
Yep.
lady voice. And then
Hey, what's
Peso,
going on?
Georgia Tech.
Yo,
Haven't had Peso do a predictions video in forever, so excited to get your opinion on some of this stuff, man. After that ass whooping you laid on Florida last week.
I'm good to be here. Glad to be back after a while.
All right, let's check the Heisman race real fast. So we have someone that's not an LSU Tiger this week, so that's nice. Durham still leads the way, followed by Arch Manning and Shanklin for the Tigers. Then Mike Matthews, the receiver for Tennessee, and Drop in there at fourth, and then Meadows, the receiver for LSU, in there at fifth. Go ahead and hop on over here to the Players of the Week. All right, so starting with the National Defensive Player of the Week.
We got a man from Miami as player of the week. He had 6 tackles and 3 sacks last week.
Damn. And the offensive player of the week is for Liberty, Devin Hyatt. 10 receptions, 210 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's go to the Big Ten now.
For the defensive player of the week for the Big Ten, we got Luke College. Had 7 tackles, 1 sack, 2 picks in the win. Texas. Strong safety.
And for the offense, we got Caden Saunders. 5 catches, 225 yards, average 45 yards a catch, and he had 2 touchdowns. Beast mode.
And then to the Premier Conference, the SEC.
Again, we got Armando Blunt, the defensive tackle from Miami, the SEC Defensive Player of the Week. 6 tackles and 3 sacks.
And then for Tennessee, the offensive player of the week is Mike Matthews. 6 receptions, 237, and he had 4 touchdowns.
All right, good stuff. Take a brief look here at the top 25. Bulldogs back in the top 25, so is Peso's Yellow Jackets. I think everyone else that's in there has already been in there. LSU remains the top 1, 2, and 3 hasn't changed at all. LSU, Tennessee, Kentucky. Looks like we got users in every slot except for 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24. So 19 users in the top 25. I'd love to see that. Let's go ahead and get into the predictions now. It's going to be a decent week of games. There's some exciting ones to look at. Start with the Big Ten. In our opening game, we have the 9th-ranked Penn State Nittany Lions at 2-2, led by Coach Dess, traveling to Seattle, cross-country flight, to play the 2-3 Washington Huskies, led by Coach Jazz. For each of these predictions, we'll start with G's, then go Peso.
Okay, I'm going to pick Penn State in this one. I think they'll win this game pretty handily. I'm going to say 56-20.
Yeah, I like Penn State in this game. Be one of those games where the starter coming out in the fourth quarter. I like it being 6-10.
I think his defense is going to be suffocating in this one. I'm expecting a good bit of turnovers and probably not a lot of points from the Huskies. I'll say Penn State wins it 49-3. Moving on, we have the Maryland Terrapins at 3-2, led by Coach Chapp, traveling to Norman play the 10th ranked Oklahoma Sooners, who took their first loss this past weekend. They are 3-1. It's Coach LP.
Yeah, I'm going to go with number 10, Oklahoma at home. I think Chap will put up a little fight, but LP will win. I think it'll be 31-21.
Yeah, I like LP. Yeah, LP might gotta watch out. It could be one of the crowd games. Out like to run the ball. I like LP 38-21.
Yeah, I like LP here. I think after a tough loss last week at Ohio State, he's going to bounce back this week. He'll be able to run the football effectively, and his defense should play pretty well against Chap. I'll say Sooners take care of business 31-7. Moving on, we have the 11th ranked Kansas Jayhawks at 3-1, led by Coach Ryan, traveling to Ann Arbor to play Big Blue in the 14th ranked Michigan Wolverines at 2-2, led by Coach Nelly. I don't know what the fuck happened last week with Ryan getting blown out by Dave like that, but he's looking for a bounce back.
Yeah, I think he'll bounce back. Michigan is a tough place to play. I think it'll be a little closer than you think, but yeah, I'm gonna take them 34 to 20.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those games again where the starter coming out for a quarter. Ryan took an unexpected week. I feel like he's gonna be fired up. I like the score to be 56-17.
Yeah, I think that the line of scrimmage should be dominated by Michigan in this game. So if Nelly just doesn't turn the ball over, runs the ball effectively, um, I think he's going to stop Ryan's run game somewhat as well. But I don't think he'll do enough to win. I think Kansas will win comfortably. I'll say 41-21. Next, we have the 8th-ranked Colorado Buffs at 4-1, led by Coach Dean, traveling to Tucson to play the 20th-ranked Arizona Wildcats at 2-3 by Lenny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset on this one. I think Lenny pulls it out at home, 34-30.
This a tough one. Cause Lynn ain't played in the last 2 weeks, so I don't know if he got rested. Dean, he playing decent, consistent. I'm gonna have to go with Dean. Long ain't played in the last game. He might be a little rich. I like Dean sneaking the right over this one.
I think it's interesting. Dean was preparing to go underway for the Navy next week, so he redshirted all his players. So I think that's going to, if he said he's not sure now, but if they're still going underway, then a lot of his best players aren't going to play in this game. And if that is the case, I think that Arizona wins at home. Lynn's going to run the ball, play good defense. I think if Dean plays all his best players, though, he has a good chance to win the game. So in a coin flip like this, I usually go with the home team. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to say Lenny wins it 28-24 at home. Moving on, we have the Oregon Ducks at 3-2. That is Reese traveling to Los Angeles to play the 6th-ranked USC Trojans at 2-2, which is Dave.
It's a tough one right here. I think I'm just gonna go with the home team on this one. I think the home crowd will give Dave the edge, and he'll pull one through. I'm gonna say 34-27.
Yeah, I like USC in this game. Dave coming out of unexpected. Feel like he should continue his momentum in the league. I do feel like it'll be a close game. I like the score to be 35-28. They win on the last drive.
Yeah, I like USC as well. I think it'll be a little bit farther out of the game. I think Oregon can be turnover prone sometimes, and Dave is getting better and better every week he plays. Obviously, a big win last week. I'll take USC to win this one 38-20. Next, we have the Cal Golden Bears at 2-3. That is Coach K-Jack traveling to College Station to play the 2-3 Texas A&M Aggies. That's Chevy.
I'm gonna take California on this one. I think they'll pull out a close game, 24-20.
I think Cal should win. He's another one of them teams who ain't played, so I expect to be a truck game. I say the score 31-20. Cal win.
Yeah, I think K-Jack should win. He is a little rusty. I think he should, as long as he doesn't get super turnover prone, he should take care of business here. I'll say it's relatively close. I'll go 27-17. Notre Dame, which is Jack, he's getting a force win over Stanford, so don't have to worry about that. But obviously, the biggest matchup in the Big Ten this week is the seventh-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, 4-1. That's Coach Hayden. Travel into Columbia to play the undefeated fifth-ranked Missouri Tigers. That is Coach Mike. Obviously, last year these two played. It was an instant classic. So looking forward to seeing this one again.
Yeah, man. I see. I don't know much about Mike, man. I don't. I haven't really watched him play at all, or so I'm just gonna have to go with what I know, man. I'm gonna take Hayden. Hayden's a good user. He comes up big. He's clutch. I'm gonna say he wins this game. 31-28.
Yeah, they went to. I don't know what me. Hayden already said he might get him very game. And Mike won last year. What in Hayden we gonna see this week? Is he gonna be playing like he did the first year, or is he gonna be playing like when he ain't caring about the game? But I think Ohio State pulls it out. Like Hayden gonna be back this year. I feel like he want to avenge that loss. I feel like he'll win the close one.
Yeah, I think that Hayden's playing good ball right now. He's obviously locked in. He played fantastic last week against LP. Hayden's defense is pretty good stopping the run. Mike is not exactly what I would call a balanced user. He's going to air that bitch out, which I think Hayden is a slightly less equipped to play defense against. All that being said, though, I think as long as Hayden doesn't turn the ball over, he's going to take care of business here. I don't think Mike is balanced enough to be able to give himself a win this year. Close game, though. These two always play close, and it will be this year as well. I'll go 35-28. Ohio State beats Missouri. Moving on to the SEC. Our first game, we have the 12th ranked Miami Hurricanes at 3-1, traveling to play the Clemson Tigers at 1-3. This is Rob at eFly.
Man, this is a tough one right here. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go with Rob, man. I think Rob on the mission this year, man. Didn't he have a losing season last year?
Yeah, he's not exactly been great.
Yeah, I think he on the mission right here. I think he gonna pull this one out. It's gonna be close, man. Of course, the road team always has uh some advantages, but I think Rob on the mission this year. I'm gonna take him to win, uh, 30-27.
Yeah, this gonna be a good. Rob been playing. He been playing great, but then he had a win 35-29 over. I want to say it was Louisville, so it questioned about the consistency. And E Fly, is he gonna be consistent? It's about who gonna be the most consistent in this game. I feel like Rob will win turnover, but if he makes a turnover, Clemson will win. But I like Rob close one. I say it's 27-20.
I'm picking the upset home. I know usually coming off an emotional loss like last week, eFly almost beating JJ, there's usually a drop off. Rob's been pretty consistent. I think Peso hit it on the nose. Both these two can either be really good or really bad each game. So it would not surprise me if either team won by 3 touchdowns. Um, but I'm going to stick with the home team here. I think eFly's ceiling is slightly higher than Rob's when he's playing his best. So give me Clemson to win this one, 31-28. He wins on a field goal, last play of the game. Moving on, we have the Florida State Seminoles at 3-2, led by Alex. Travel into Stark Vegas to play the 25th ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs. It's my squad. We are 2-3 on the season.
Uh, yeah, this is a tough one, but I think the home team will win this game, man. I think, You had home field advantage. I think you're a slightly better user. So I got you winning 34-17.
Yeah, this a tough one right here. I feel like Jason will win just because of the QB runs and the run game and thing he provided in the run game. If Florida State have trouble stopping the run, I feel like Jason wins. It's gonna be a close one though. I feel like this one will be 23-20.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to pick myself in league play. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm certainly glad that I am the home team for this game and not having to travel and go play in Tallahassee. We're just going to run the ball. We're going to not turn the ball over, and we're going to hopefully force some turnovers. And, I don't ever blow anybody out, so I'll say I win comfortably. Let's go 31-21. Moving on, we have the second-ranked Tennessee Volunteers, undefeated at 4-0, led by Coach Drop, traveling to play the 1-3 Ole Miss Rebels in Oxford, led by Coach Ike. Ike, first season in the league this year, it has been tough, man. Last week, lost 44-0 to Chapo in Death Valley.
Yeah, with this one, man, it's the same thing like the Hayden situation. I really don't know. Well, obviously he's new. I don't know much about Ike, so I'm just gonna have to go with Drop on this one. I'm gonna say Drop a win, 41-20.
Yeah, I feel like this game might be closer than expected because of drop quarterback. Like a quarterback, it just is drop quarterback, make a couple mid throws. I seen the old mid game versus Georgia, so I know old mid plays and like, I feel like it'll be a close. I feel like it might be 28-14. Tennessee, he scored one at the end.
Yeah, I like Drop to roll here. I think when Ike can't run the ball effectively, he struggles. When he can run the ball well, he can beat anybody. Well, that leaves to be seen, but I think he can play. He can play really well. Um, it's tough to say here. I think Drop wins for sure. This doesn't strike me as a 56-7 week. It's more like a 35-14 week. But give me Volunteers. This one of the sneakiest matchups of the week to me. We have the Virginia Tech Hokies at 2-2 traveling into Athens to play the Georgia Bulldogs at 1-3. This is G's versus Tim. Uh, Tim, he's got this really good team. He's playing at home, but the last couple weeks he's dropped home games to Mississippi State and Ole Miss um, that were not even close. So he's got to find whatever's off and get himself back into a groove. G's is either just extremely hot or extremely cold. Nothing in between.
Yeah, well, we got our first road win last week. Um, I'm gonna go with myself on this one. I think I'll get number two. As long as I allow my defense to play defense and don't turn the ball over, I think I'll be able to win this one. Um, I'm gonna say 24-7.
Yeah, this is a matchup right here. Like it might not be them in the point score. Like two tech down probably will win this game. I feel like G can win if you don't make no turnover, but it's all about the turnover. Like if you make one to let turnover, you should win. But if you keep being yourself, I feel like Tim found a way to win. I feel like Tim will win a close one. Just 'cause I feel like JG just make a couple mistakes at the end. Tim get a pick six and just seal the game. I feel like the score will be 14-10 on this one. It won't be too many points in this game.
Um, I'll say firsthand after playing on that it is tough to run the ball with your running backs against Georgia. You can find success QB running, but I think that Cheese is not going to run the ball well, and then when he has to pass, you can't make adjustments, which is really tough. Georgia, Tim, while I think G's is playing slightly better than Tim right now, Georgia's team is still significantly better. And at home, between the hedges, give me the Bulldogs. 21-10, Georgia beats Virginia Tech. It won't be that big of a play. It'll be 14-10 with a late touchdown. These are the players. Moving on, we got the Number one ranked LSU Tigers at 5-0, led by Coach Chapo. Traveling to Fayetteville to play the 0-5 Arkansas Razorbacks, led by Coach Telu, in the battle for the Golden Boot.
Yeah, well,
Vegas has apparently set the spread for this game at 49.5.
yeah, this is rough, man. I've played both of them, man. It's man, like it's like night and day, man. It's gonna be tough, man. LSU is balling, man. Let me tell you that. And it's probably gonna be like the score of my game. I'll say 63-0.
Yeah, man. I played. Chapo might have the starter bench at halftime. I don't. That one might not. That one might not too good to watch. I like Chapo here win 70-10. 70-10 in this game.
I'm just trying to find a scenario in my head where Tilo scores points. I want to say he's been shut out 3 times this year already, and this is not the user to be going up against. Thankfully, he's at home. Maybe that will give him some sort of mercy in it. But give me LSU to win it, 59-0 over Arkansas. Best matchup in the SEC this week, though, is ranked Alabama Crimson Tide at 2-2. Travel into Atlanta to play Peso's 21st ranked Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets at 2-3. This is an exciting one, man. Y'all played a really close game last time y'all played.
Yeah, I know it. I know it.
Yeah, this I played Peso, man. We played real grinded out type game. I haven't played Twine yet at all this year. At all. I don't even think we played a little scrimmage game or nothing. So I don't know. I think he's doing all right, right? Hasn't he been
Been
like
solid.
6-6 and 7-5 that type of every
No,
year or something like that?
Twan made the
Yeah.
playoffs 2 years in a row, bro.
Yeah. So what was his record like?
Like 10-2, 9-3,
Oh, he
something
was
like
10
that.
and 2. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay. Uh, but listen, I'm a good a defensive team at home the advantage, man. I think G Tech wins this one 24-21.
Yeah, obviously I know, but this is a very tough matchup I got going on for me. I'm outmatched at mostly every position. Well, I want to say I win, but I know I gotta I gotta play perfect this game. There wasn't no game that I gotta play perfect if I'm gonna have a chance to beat Swan. Play I used 2 years national championship. I said for me to win there, I gotta get the ring game going. Gotta make a couple downfield shots and take my shots, and I gotta limit some possessions. I like me in the close one, but it could go either way. I want to say I win 20-24. Just assuming if I could just play perfect Georgia Tech football.
I think it is going to take a perfect game. Not that Twan is significantly better than you are, just because, but the speed is better. Is the real problem. Twan's got 99 speed in the secondary and wide receiver everywhere. Um, so you have to stay disciplined. Um, this is gonna be a close game. I really feel like it's gonna be a really close game. I think if you can run the ball effectively, not turn the ball over, that you're gonna have a very good chance to win.
Yeah,
Man,
it's just all about how my friend is gonna come out there and do it. If he can play clean like he did versus Gade, I like my chances. But if he play like he did versus Chapo, it might can get ugly.
regrettably, I'm gonna pick Alabama to win it on the road. I think the defensive line is gonna make the difference in the game. Theirs just crazy, and he has the best offensive line in the game too. So give me Alabama 24-20. It will be a money drive at the end of the game. So it will be that close. Moving on to our last game, we have the third-ranked undefeated Kentucky Wildcats at 5-0, traveling to Louisville to play the Louisville Cardinals at 1-4. This is JJ versus Delvin. I cannot remember the name of this rivalry game or what the name of that trophy is.
Yeah, I think Kentucky will remain undefeated. Um, should win pretty handily. I'll say 42-17.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but they're gonna be taking them starters out by the time of the fourth quarter. Louisville ain't gonna be able to start that explosive offense by JJ. It's too much hound, too much passing attack. I like JJ 3 to 10.
Yeah, I think JJ wins extremely comfortably here. He's going to score a lot of points. I don't know if Delvin's going to be able to score much. I'll say I won't pick the shutout. I'll go Kentucky wins 45-3 over Louisville. That is going to do it for our predictions video. Definitely appreciate having both y'all on. Everybody make sure that you are keeping up to date on the rules so we don't have to hand out any suspensions, anything like that. Make sure you do your recruiting, things like